welcome to Know Your Mobile. I am Basil. I'm being entertained by crazy gymnasts. And I'm also comparing the Nokia Lumia 920 with the HTC One. The Lumia 920 is Nokia's flagship, HTC One's HTC's flagship, so this comparison makes sense. As far as the designs go, the Nokia Lumia 920 is a very individual design. It's bulbous, rounded corners, but very flat top and bottom. Almost an evolution of the Nokia Lumia 800 and 900. The Lumia 920 packs a 4.5-inch LCD display, with a 720p resolution. It also includes a really amazing refresh rate and the technology to function with fingernails, despite being capacitive. 3 capacitive buttons directly below the screen, volume rocker, power button, and a camera button on the right side. Up top is the 3.5mm jack and an ejectable micro SIM tray. Down below, micro USB port. On the reverse, 8.7 megapixel optical image stabilized camera with a dual LED flash. Moving on to the HTC One, and you've got that 4.5-inch display up front. Stereo speakers under nano drilled holes up top and bottom. 2 megapixel wide angle backside illuminated f2 front facing camera on the front, along with, as said, full HD 4.7-inch display with a pixel density of an insane 468. Below the screen are 2 capacitive buttons, a back and a home button, while to the right is a volume rocker, as you can see. On the left side of the HTC One sits a micro SIM tray that can be ejected with a pin, while up top is the power button, which is sitting in front of an infrared remote control. So there's an app in here called Sense TV, which allows you to actually control your TV. There's also a 3.5mm headphone jack, and on the reverse of the phone, that gorgeous 4 megapixel camera. 4 megapixels may sound a little bit low to you, but it's packing something called an ultra pixel. An ultra pixel, for your information, is a very large pixel. So that's the design. Fundamentally, we're not going to lie, we prefer the HTC One. The Nokia Lumia is just a little bit too big. We understand that's for the optical image stabilized lens, but you know what, HTC have put that in here as well. It might not be of the same quality. We have to test that before we really let you know. But we definitely prefer the all-metal design and the extreme refinement found within the HTC One. As you can see, it's simply slick and beautiful. As far as the screens go, we again also prefer the HTC One. The Nokia Lumia 920 is beautiful. Windows Phone doesn't really need the most ridiculous resolution because it's so boxy. Whereas the HTC One screen is really shown off with this image-centric user interface that HTC have jammed on here. And the quality is superb, pixel density is through the roof, as we've said, and images look really vibrant. Viewing angles as well, which is absolutely perfect, so we really can't complain in terms of the screen. 4.7 inches is smaller than the 5 inches a lot of other phones have, and still larger than the Nokia, so it's perfectly manageable in the hand, and isn't all that heavy. In terms of the actual UIs, Android 4.1 is run on the HTC One. In addition, HTC Sense sits on top of that. It's Sense 5, so it's the newest version of Sense. The home screen comprises of a standard Android home screen, and you can indeed add more. But there's also something called Blink Feed. This is an aggregator of news and social networking. It includes Twitter, Facebook, as well as a range of 1,400 independent sources that have contributed to this. HTC do also make Windows phones, but Nokia's Windows phones are fundamentally superior. They pack things like maps, free music, and everything like that out of the box. The Nokia Lumia 920 doesn't, however, compete in terms of the sheer flexibility of an Android device. So the HTC One wins out in terms of flexibility. It's not quite as simple as the Lumia 920. There's a lot more you can tweak. Take the applications list, for example. You can even do things like make it 3x3, and you can also do things like add folders. So all that can really confuse people who want something really clean and simple. As far as the cameras go, both pack optical image stabilization. The 4 megapixel camera on the HTC One, like we said, packs larger pixels, but we really have to get these in before we can give you anything affirmative about these. HTC do enhance this with their camera with HTC Zoe. That's a 3.6 second clip capturing 20 full resolution shots at the same time. And that's an impressive feat because it pulls those pictures and does some really creative stuff with them. So we're looking forward to testing that out. Nokia aren't going to be beat on that front though, because they, with their camera and picture effects through something called lenses. The Nokia Lumia 920 in turn is one of our favorite Windows phones out there based on its camera quality, optical image stabilization, incredible nighttime performance, and those lenses. As far as power goes, you've got the 1.5 GHz dual-core processor Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 inside the Nokia, and you've got a 1.7 GHz quad-core Qualcomm, oh my god! Anyway, 1.7 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 and S4 600 in the HTC One. 2 GB of RAM means you're going to get incredible performance, and that 1080p display really shouldn't be all that much of a problem. As far as general phones go, we're really impressed with both. We love both. The Lumia 920 is a firm favourite of ours in terms of Windows phone devices, or at least one of our favourites. However, the HTC One has undeniably stolen our hearts right now. That's got a 2300 milliamp battery in. We're really going to have to wait until we give you anything way more conclusive. But definitely our first impression of this device is a glowing one. Thanks for watching Know Your Mobile. I've been Basil. This has been an HTC One, a Lumia 920. And if you've enjoyed it, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more of the same.